John Pemberton came up with the original Coca-Cola recipe in 1886 and sold it out of Jacob's Pharmacy in Atlanta, Georgia. Advertised as a medicine, the drink was supposed to cure headaches and impotence. Coke certainly delivered a rush. Brewed to contain a massive dose of cocaine, the drink was virtually guaranteed to succeed. Not surprisingly, many over-the-counter medicines started boosting their appeal by including the coca leaf extract. By the end of the century, however, public attitudes began turning. Rather than a cure, cocaine came to be seen as a ruinous addiction. Coke responded by radically cutting the cocaine in the drink, and by 1903 there was none, though the product still contained, and to this day contains, flavoring from the same coca leaf that earlier provided the drug. Finally, in 1914, the Harrison Act effectively outlawed the sale and distribution of cocaine both on its own and as an ingredient. The other side of the original Coca-Cola jolt came from the cola nut, which added a slightly bitter taste to the drink, and lots of caffeine. Coca corresponds with the coca leaf and cocaine, cola with the cola nut and caffeine. That additive also fell out of the public's favor, though not to the extent or depth of cocaine. In 1911, the U.S. government sued to get the substance removed on the grounds of its pernicious effects, but failed. The next year the Food and Drug Act defined caffeine as habit-forming and deleterious, and required that the substance be listed on Coke's label. An accounting office manager stumbles on a warehouse full of the original, cocaine Coca-Cola. Make the case that he has a responsibility to provide the bottles to his workers and encourage them to drink the liquid down. What benefits could the manager hope to receive? Why does the manager hold a professional responsibility to achieve those benefits? Make the case that the manager has a responsibility to provide bottles of both the original, now illegal, formula and today's formula to staff members, and allow them to choose to drink either one, both, or neither. Make the case that he has a responsibility to provide bottles of only today's formula to staff members, and allow them to drink it or not. Make the case that, ethically, he should tolerate no Coca-Cola of any kind in the workplace. In a web posting, Mathan, from Dayton, Ohio, writes about his experience working for the Coca-Cola Company. We even had someone witness a merchandiser, on the clock, in uniform, and in a company vehicle, smoking a joint in a store parking lot. Not only did the union prevent Coke from terminating or disciplining him, they protected him from submitting to a drug test. So Coke had to just let it go. All of the union did was protect the lazy, the incompetent, and the screw-ups if you ask me. In response, the union could mount a number of arguments to defend their decision to not let Coke administer a drug test. The most frequently cited ethical reasons to refuse drug tests are, to protect the right to privacy, to protect the right to freedom, because of slippery slope concerns, because of imperfect testing. Which of these kinds of arguments would best support the union's decision to protect the employee from a drug test? What would the argument look like? Mathan believes the union did nothing more than protect the lazy, the incompetent, and the screw-ups. This complaint is actually the root of a powerful and thoughtful ethical argument in favor of drug testing. Fill out the argument. Whose obligations are served by drug tests? What are those obligations? What's the reasoning? The Coca-Cola Company's history is laced with cocaine. Given the fact that cocaine was a key ingredient in getting the Coca-Cola Company off the ground, does that organization have any right preclude the use of drugs in the workplace or anywhere else? When Coke included Coke, the substance was legal, and a respected medicine. Should that fact affect your answer to the previous question?